From World of Concrete 2017 in Las Vegas, folks, I'd like you to now meet Steve Lupien. Am I right?
You got it right, correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Steve represents Five Star Products, and as you know, Five Star has been in the business a long time, brings a niche to this industry of concrete and World of Concrete. And interestingly enough, we're sitting here talking about infrastructure and what's happening today to the market itself. And the market itself, while it wants to grow, it wants to expand, I think you'll agree is kind of being held back simply because of not knowing what's going to happen with the economy.
I think that's a fair point, Roger. And I think also one of the challenges that's been holding back the infrastructure market has just been a lack of funding. The real challenge we have here in the United States, and I think all your viewers recognize this, is that our infrastructure is in pretty difficult shape right now. And a lot of that is because state, local, and federal government just hasn't had the funding in place to really make the repairs that we've needed. And quite frankly, that will impact our economy as well, because a sound infrastructure is absolutely crucial to a sound economy. And so manufacturers like ourselves have to look to find solutions that address a couple of challenges now, Roger.
Exactly.
Right. We need to develop low-cost solutions. We need to develop solutions today that are environmentally friendly, that bear in mind crew safety. Work crew safety is a very, very big issue today, and it should be. I mean, these people put their lives on the line when they're out, working on these on these projects.
That's one of the things that you have amongst your product line is how that impacts the average person working on a crew,
Yep.
as particularly involved with inclement weather, whether it's hot or cold. And how do you address that? How do you as a company address that particular critical infrastructure itself?
Yeah, that's one of the challenges.
Which is like a subset.
It is. I mean, you've asked a couple of really great questions in there, Roger. The first challenge is a lot of parts of the country, weather is a real factor. We're headquartered in Connecticut, and in the Northeast, it's very difficult. Road crews shift over to plowing instead of doing repair.
Exactly.
And quite honestly, the weather itself causes a lot of problems. So we have to develop products that can be installed in cold weather, can hold up to the cold weather, can hold up to the pounding of snow plows. We have to develop products that factor in chemicals, salts, and there's a lot of new chemicals being used on roads today. And so all of those are really continuing to put a strain on our infrastructure. Crew safety is absolutely crucial. These are men and women that put their lives on the line. Cars are whipping by them.
Oh, certainly.
And quite honestly, we as a culture are becoming much more impatient. And I've been on a number of road crews where people are whipping by, honking their horns, and they're actually aggravated that their roads are being repaired. So that's always a challenge as well too. And then there's always that cost factor. I mean, not only do we have to have products that do all we've already talked about, but with the funding the way it is today, products have to be low cost.
Well, but isn't that part of society as a whole?
Yeah.
I mean, have everything and have it now and have it the way you want it and not cost a dime.
Well,
I mean, really, that's how it impacts all of society.
Yeah, if we could fix the road with an app, Roger, we'd be perfect, wouldn't we?
Wouldn't we? What a way to do it. But I understand exactly the message you're bringing, and I'm sure that for the industry as a whole, that there are a lot of people, particularly in the engineering side, that are sitting back, scratching their heads, trying to do exactly what you're talking about.
Well, agreed. I mean, we have a fairly robust research and development team at our company, and these are dedicated scientists that are working specifically on construction chemicals, and that's what drives them every day. How do we make it better, faster, cheaper? That's the world today, and the other challenge is there's a lot of people out there doing what we do as well too. So, differentiating ourselves is another challenge as a manufacturer.
No question.
And Five Star, as you mentioned before, has been in business a long time. We were founded in 1955. We started out as an engineering company. So that mentality of engineering the right solutions is in our DNA. And we're family owned. Our products are all manufactured here in the United States. And we've got good, long, strong reputation and good, long, strong relationships with the DOTs and with the government, which I think is absolutely crucial today. You've got to go out, you've got to visit your customers, and that's at a local, state, and federal level. You've got to show them your products, you've got to get them qualified, and that's a challenge today.
Well, maybe you and I can meet again in a year or 2 years down the road and see what kind of challenges we've overcome and what kind of progress has been made.
Wouldn't it be great, Roger, if we're sitting here 2 years from now and I say no more roads to fix?
Nothing to say.
Nothing, no more roads to fix. It's been a real pleasure.
Steve Lupien from
Thank you.
5 Star Products, one of the many messages here from World of Concrete 2017.